Now, I'm sure if you're watching this video, you have just purchased or are thinking about purchasing the Sony ZV-E10 like I have and am currently shooting on now. Now, in today's video, I want to do a quick setup guide on how to get going quickly with high quality video. Now, let's dive right in and I will show you how to start it up and get going in a quick and efficient way. All right, so let's jump right into this. So to get started, you just simply turn it on with your power button up here, and then you follow the prompts that it gives you. Now, obviously you want to select the language that you speak so you actually understand what it's saying. And this is really important to make sure all your files and stuff are in the correct time to where it makes everything easier to find. So right now I am in the central time zone, so I'm going to select Chicago and daylight savings. Let's go ahead and just turn that on. Date and time, so it is June the 11th, 2022. And enter. Don't gotta worry about that. Now it'll power up and you are basically ready to go. As you can see, it actually doesn't power on in 4K and it also powers on in intelligent auto. So let's go through and fix that really quickly. So you just go to your menu, your shoot mode, and I like to be in manual. Now, another way to do that is actually just press your function button. And if you go all the way over to the bottom right, you can do the same thing right there without actually having to go into the menu. And that's especially important because there is a lot of menu pages, so it can take some time to fumble through all the menus. Now that we're in manual, let's also fix the 4K. So let's go back to the menu and go down to file format. And you're going to want to be in XAVC 4K. And next, let's go to the record settings. Now, I shoot all of mine in 24p with the 100M, which is 100 megabytes per second. That's the highest quality that you can get. Now, also, while we are in here, let's go ahead and set up the S&Q settings. So you just go down here and press S&Q settings. Now, S&Q is your slow-mo. So what this does is there's a button up here to where you can quickly switch between photo, video, and slow motion. Now, what this does is you put your record setting. So I want to record in 24, but my frame rate is actually, I really like 60 because it's kind of natural and not super slow. Now, essentially what this is doing is, since I shoot in 24 frames per second and I want my frame rate of the S&Q or the slow motion to actually be in 60 frames a second, it will do a 2.5 times slow motion to make it actually a 24p file. So it makes editing super fast where you don't have to get all the timing and everything right. It just does it for you, which is very handy. Now that we got that set up, let's go back into the menu and change a couple more things. Now, a quick little hack is if you press this big dial on the top, it'll actually slide through all of your menus as well. Or you can dial it down this way, or you can even go up and down like that. Now let's go all the way over to the custom menu. Now I want to add an item to my custom menu. Now these are very handy because every time I put an SD card in the camera, when I first power it on, I want to format that card. So all I have to do is go to page 26 of 27 and add that to my custom menu. The next thing I like to add to that is the USB function, to where I can use this as a FaceTime camera or something like that by just plugging in a regular USB cable. So you just find page 12 of 27 in USB streaming. You just add that right below that, and there you have it. That's also in your custom menu as well. And the last thing I want to add is interval shooting, which is a way to do a time lapse built into the camera. Now I need to find it and then I can add it. So this is why I'm doing it on here, to where I don't have to go searching through the menus. It's just going to be right in my custom menu. So now I added a page to my menu 1. I have my format, I have USB streaming to just straight plug in a USB cable, and interval shoot function for a time lapse. So that will basically get you going on the Sony ZV-E10. There's a few other things that we need to change, and that can all be done right here. Now let's go into our function. Now I'm going to go over these really quickly. So this is going to be your microphone. So here you can set your audio, and you want it to be between -12 and -3. You don't want it to clip. Right now this is just the internal microphone and it's set pretty well. I probably wouldn't go that much gain on it, but use what you need to get audio right. The next thing we are going to do is the focus mode, and you want that to be in continuous auto focus, and that will continually focus on your eye, which is going to be super helpful, and we'll get to that in just a second. And then the focus area, you want it to be wide, so you want the whole screen to be able to try and find you and keep you in focus. The next item that you can adjust is product showcase. So here it will focus on a product that you put in front of your face. Now the next thing is steady shot. Now I would actually keep that off unless you are doing B-roll. For this purpose, I am going to keep it on just so everything is centered just right for this scene. And then soft skin, I like the way my skin looks, so I'm not worried about that. I'm going to turn that off. Auto white balance. So here, let's go and do down here to, where is it? C-temp filter. So what you're going to do, oh, wrong button, is go down and put it at about 47K. And that is a very generic and simple white balance, and you probably never really have to adjust it from there. If you want to get really fancy, what you can do is come over here, go over 1.5, down 1.5, and that will add just a little bit of magenta to the whole thing to make your colors look very good for video. Creative style, I don't really mess with that. Picture profile, I don't usually mess with any of that. And we already made our camera in manual. All right, so now we need to get our exposure just right. So what you need to do is let's back our ISO down to 100. Let's start there. And then since we're in 24p, we need to take this all the way down to 50. So you want to double whatever your frame rate is for your shutter speed. And the last thing is we're at f4. Now this lens, I can go all the way down to f1.8, or actually 1.4. So now my exposure is still a little bright. So what you would want to do is turn your light down just a little bit, or back your light away. Now there is only one more setting that I haven't mentioned just yet, and that is eye focus. So what you do is go to your menu and come to page 4 where it says face eye autofocus set, and here you just want to make sure that is on, and then you want it to be set to human, and left right I usually just put it on auto, so depending on which way I'm facing it will focus on that eye. And then this is a really important feature, face eye frame display. So what that is it will show a little triangle, kind of like that, but even smaller, right on the eye. And that will follow you when you are recording a video. And with that, that pretty much gets all of your settings. Now, I hope that this was helpful for you in getting a quick setup on your new camera and get going with video. If you have any questions, please drop them down below. And as always, thank you for watching, and please hit that like and subscribe button, and I will catch you in the next one. Thanks.